Polls will open in a region-wide referendum, and there are two options to choose from. Option 1, Crimea remains part of Ukraine. Even so, it would gain greater autonomy, including separate citizenship and an independent legal system. Option 2, it asks to become part of Russia, and if accepted, it turns into one of the country's regions. And in the latter case, while waiting for Russia's answer, Crimea's authorities plan to declare their republic an independent state. RT's Paula Sleer is in the Crimean capital.
Crimeans are heading to the polls in an historic vote that will decide their fate. The atmosphere is exciting, with cars hooting as they drive down the streets, spontaneous concerts and Russian flags everywhere. More than 60% of people are expected to vote yes to joining Russia. And their reasons are simple.
They are nationalists. You know, they openly say that they are for Bandera, Shukevich. They say that those people are heroes of Ukrainian nation.
But most Ukrainians, as well as Russians and Europeans, view them as Nazi collaborators. On Friday night, 2 people were killed and at least 4 more injured in Kharkov, eastern Ukraine, by gunmen from the radical right sector movement. One of the strongest nationalist groups, the leader of the right sector, is running for president. He's also on an international wanted list for inciting terrorism and has demanded that Kiev provide his fighters with weapons in response to the situation in Crimea. The interim Kiev government has 6 ministers, including the deputy prime minister from the ultra-nationalist far-right Svoboda party. One MP from the party has already threatened Russia with nuclear weapons if Moscow does not cease to support the developments in Crimea.
I think government now in Kiev is not legal, and they capture their power only by not by desire of people. They capture their power only by themselves.
The forceful grab of power, violent seizure of government buildings, and nothing short of armed coup. That's how Crimeans see recent events in Kiev. They strongly disagree that those protesting in the capital represented the majority of the country's population and refuse to recognize the current authorities as legitimate.
First thing the Kiev government did when they came to power was to make a law cancelling the Russian language. Obviously, it created waves in the southeast because that's a mostly Russian-speaking region. It created a lot of anger.
97% of Crimeans speak Russian, and the fact that one of the first actions was to strip the Russian language of its official status could not leave people here indifferent. Russian has also disappeared from government websites. There have also been cases of Russian journalists being denied access to the country.
When Russia gave $15 billion, it didn't put any conditions on Ukraine. It was for the Ukrainians to decide how to use the money. When Europe gives money, it immediately stipulates conditions to raise social benefits and to open the economy to European products. Ukrainian products won't stand up to competition from European products if you open the market like that.
The partnership deal with the EU was seen as catastrophic here from the onset. Now the West is promising economic aid through the International Monetary Fund. But the assistance comes under the strictest of conditions and has already pushed other countries to the brink of collapse. In today's referendum, voters will be asked only 2 questions. But whichever way the people choose, the status of Crimea will inevitably be very different from what it is now. And there are actually many more reasons for people here to want that change. Paula Sleer, RT, Simferopol, Crimea.
And ahead of the referendum, a team of international observers are in Crimea to oversee the voting. Some of them shared their opinion about the upcoming ballot with us.
I would like to see if there is really a way for the Crimean people to express their will. And I think that's only what counts. If the people in Crimea wants to leave Ukraine and join the Russian Federation, then we should respect this.
There is a goal of people in Crimea to actually vote about their own future. Of course, Kiev is not happy about that, but still they have to accept and to respect the votum of people on Crimea.
I think there could be some provocative people coming from Kiev, from the ultra-far-right neo-Nazi movement backing the government of Kiev, this illegal government.
The majority of the people of Crimea are looking for security, are looking for stability, and therefore I think there will be a free will to take the right decision.
The United States and also the European Union, they only respect international law if it's in their opinion. And so our opinion is, if people want to decide about the future, they should have the right to do that, and the international community should respect that.
The view we get through the European medias, the American and European medias, is very distorted. I must say very, very distorted. You get no objective information for the time being through the medias. So we decided to come here.